I don't think it was that bad a day. I think fielding-wise it was. We've gone probably from one of our best performances in the field at the Oval to not extremely bad, but it's cost us probably about 15 or 20 runs in the field, which is a lot in a one-day game. I think our performance throughout the tournament with the bat and the ball will ebb and flow. We'll have bad days. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought with the ball we restricted them. They never really got away with us, given that the wicket was good and the outfield was very fast. And when we recovered with the bat, with that substantial partnership, we were never really out of the game, probably until the early 40s over. There are some really good positives to take out of our batting and our bowling, but fielding is an attitude thing. So it's a matter of taking maybe our standoff attitude today that we had in the field and getting it back to our positive attitude, going for everything, creating that fearless nature about maybe taking a half chance instead of standing off a normal chance. I think frustrated in the fact that we could have done something about it. Like I mentioned, with the bat you can get bowled out. You can play against a side that's better than you or just have an off day. Same with the ball. But when it comes down to the difference of the sides being in the field, it's even more frustrating. No, we talked about it before today's game, that it might happen again. Actually surprised a little bit that Imad didn't play, because we talked about him potentially taking the new ball. Sort of. I'm never a big believer that hundreds win you games, particularly in this day and age. I think it's always a unit performance, particularly chasing down 350 or even more. And today's a good example of that. The guys did play brilliantly, but they just kept us in the game. They needed more help from either the other four in the top six or guys down the order. I don't think so. I only think we were two big overs behind. So if you have two big overs, say between 16 and 18, which is always possible when Joss is at the crease, I think you're right back in the game. And then you don't ask too much of the guys coming in then. They never really came. But I mean, was it 14 we were short, or 12 or 14? It's not that far away. So, like I mentioned, the two guys played brilliantly. The discussions were throughout the whole of the two innings. The umpires came to me after about 20, can't remember the exact over, but it was mid-innings, and it seemed to think that we were throwing the ball in on the bounce too much, or it was being over-exaggerated, and they emphasised that it would be the same for the both. So it was really back to us then that the conversations that were stopping the game were that Pakistan were doing the exact same thing, and Joss was just intrigued to see if when the ball gets hit against the LED boards, it does scuff it up quite a lot, and I'm sure he was interested to see if one side was rougher than the other or it looked natural or unnatural.